Absolutely beautiful autumn day. Sun is shining. Right, I have two Phyllostaches bamboo that I'm going to move. Or I'm going to move one of them anyway. They're at the end of the pathway into the wood. I was going to put Trachycarpus fortuna. I probably will put some in, but I'm going to put the other. It's a variegated bamboo, so I'm going to put it in here. I've already put in the arrow leaf, I think it's called, bamboo, plain green and the dwarf plain green in here. So this will probably, it's going to fill up this area, and I'm going to plant up. I have a gap here, and I'm going to put in the variegated. Here's that same arrowhead plain green here in the hedge, and basically we'll try and get a wall of bamboo of the dwarf varieties and the spreading varieties. Right, so one of the reasons I'm taking out one of the bamboos is because at the end of the path on the right hand side I'm going to be putting in the Nova ashei. It's a magnolia. I already have a magnolia down here on the left I got during the summer. This one here, starting to drop the leaves. That's the magnolia triplata. Right, so that's the bamboo I'm going to take out and put up at the back corner of the shed. And I've left the plain green arrowhead in here. Just dug a trench around it, and I'm going to put in this plastic here as a barrier. It's really solid. Plastic, there's no way the roots are going to push through that, or the rhizome. Right, so I'm going to leave the lip on it there a couple of inches high, because the rhizomes of these bamboos, they're very invasive, and I have one up at the patio area. Even if it's not in soil, it'll just come out over the top, and if there's any kind of moisture on the ground, it'll feed off that. So they are very invasive. It's over a foot down in the ground there, so we'll see how this gets on. If it turns out to be a problem, I'll just chop it and spray it off or dig it out again. We'll see how I'll get on. This one's going to come out though. Right, so I have that variegated one out. I do have it in the wood anyway, so it's a beautiful bamboo. It's probably a very common one, but it's one of the most beautiful. It gets these beautiful olive green cones. The root ball is intact. It's not that big because it's not. These are not here in this spot that long. I have schefflera planted here. See this one here? It's about 2 feet tall. I think that's Nova. This is another schefflera, and it's spreading out the way. I can't think of the name of it. I'll put the name on the screen. This one here, it's kind of really struggled here actually. It has thrown out a couple of green leaves, but it's not doing too good. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to move that out to a different spot because the size difference with these schefflera, now it was a small one when it came in, so we'll see what happens. Could be springtime if I move that, but it's going to free up this area here, and I will be the magnolia ashei that's up there. It's kind of in the middle of the chicken pen. This one here, it's still not dormant. The leaves are all green. I'm going to wait for another month, see how I get on, and I can pot these up here. It could be something to do with this oak is affecting this. I'm not too sure. Right, so I'm after giving it a good soak, and picked up a load of leaves that are after dropping. Give it a good mulch. So hopefully next year, I'm not going to cut it back. It's not that tall. It's only but it's got a lovely variegation to the leaf there, and hopefully it'll fill up this gap. Keep the dogs away from it. I do have some nice trachycarpus here. It'd be nice to be able to empty that root ball out in one go, plant it in at the back behind the bamboo, but I still want to build up that bed with leaves and soil and compost, all that, so there's a good depth of soil for the roots to settle into. There's no rush on these ones anyway. Right, some other changes that I will make as well on the pathway connecting both sides of the field. I have all the Miscanthus giganteus on the right and all the paulownia on the left, so I'll be taking out 2 paulownia, and I'll be taking out some of the grass, so I'll have paulownia on both sides. I think it'll just look better, and the Miscanthus giganteus on both sides as well, instead of having just a line of each. It just doesn't look right, so I'll be switching a few of these around on the path.